The Syresa stitch pattern is featured in my brand new Crochet Swancho Poncho pattern. You can find the pattern on my website, and you can also find this stitch pattern on my website. The pattern is a paid pattern. It comes with schematic, 4 large size ranges, and charts. And you can also download the stitch pattern individually for free. And today in this video, I'm going to show you how to work the stitches for the stitch pattern. It's a multiple of 8 stitches plus 1. The Syresa stitch pattern is a multiple of 8 stitches plus 1 and a 2-row repeat. I'm going to begin with a foundation double crochet row, but if you decide to use a traditional starting chain, you would want to add 2 more chains to your stitch multiple. So then it would be a multiple of 8 stitches plus 3, and work a double crochet in the 4th chain from your hook, with the 3 skipped chains being your first double crochet. But like I said, instead of doing that, I like to start with a row of foundation double crochet, and that begins with a chain 3, which counts as your first double crochet. Then we'll work an extended double crochet into the 3rd chain from our hook, which begins the foundation double crochet. It's yarn over your hook, insert your hook in the 3rd chain, yarn over, pull up 1 loop on your hook. Remember this loop. We're going to refer back to this one in a minute. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. So now we have a chain 3 that counts as a double crochet, and a double crochet here, foundation double crochet with this bar at the bottom of the stitch, at the base of the stitch. That, remember, that was the yarn over, pull through 1 that I said, remember this one, we're going to come back to it. That's where we're going to work our next double crochet. So it's yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that bar at the base of the previous stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop on your hook. That's now the loop we're going to look for when we make our next stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. If you have a hard time figuring out where that loop is, turn your stitches so that they're vertical where you see the row, and it'll be that base bar at the bottom of the stitch. Now, I said this was a multiple of 8 stitches plus 1. You'll want to refer to the pattern to make whichever size of the Swancho Poncho pattern that you want to make, or make this fabric into anything you want to make. But for my swatch here, I'm doing a reduced size sample, and I'm going to do 17 stitches, a multiple of 8 plus 1 being 8 times 2 equals 16 plus 1 is 17. Okay, I have my 17 stitches and my setup row is complete. Row 1 begins with a chain 1, and we'll turn our work and work 1 single crochet in each stitch across. Single crochet is insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. We want to work 1 single crochet in each stitch across. Remember, our first stitch was a chain 3 that counted as our first stitch, so you want to work that last single crochet into the top or third chain of that chain 3, which is the position of the double crochet. This is what your work should look like at the end of row 1. Row 2 begins with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. Turn our work and work 1 double crochet in the next stitch, yarn over your hook, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Now we're ready to begin our first cable. I guess it's kind of a cable. We're going to be working front post treble crochet stitches and double crochet and working them all in a cluster sort of over the next 5 stitches. So we're going to start by looking for our third double crochet from where we're at. So we're going to skip 2 stitches and then work a front post treble crochet around the double crochet 2 rows below. So if we start with, there was the first stitch, there's the second stitch, we're going to skip these 2. This is the double crochet we're talking about. Front post treble crochet is yarn over your hook twice, insert your hook from front to back to front around the post of the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. We're going to do that again around the same stitch. Okay, and then we're going to pivot our work towards the front so we can see the stitches we skipped. You see that we skipped this stitch and this stitch to represent those 2 front post treble crochets. We want to work a double crochet in that next stitch. So you want to mark it with your finger maybe, and yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Okay, now we're going to work 2 more front post treble crochets around this same double crochet down here. Okay, now we're going to pivot our work again to skip those next 2 stitches back here because they are representing these 2 front post treble crochet stitches here. So mark your work that this would be the next stitch we're going to work into. We're going to work 3 double crochets, 1 each in each of the next 3 stitches. And so regardless of how long your row is, your repeat is 2 front post treble crochets around the double crochet 2 rows below, 1 double crochet, 2 front post treble crochets around that same double crochet 2 rows below, and 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. You want to repeat that all the way across and omit your last double crochet on the last repeat. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 2. You might be worried that your fabric looks a little ruffled or a little wonky here, but as we do another repeat of row 1 is what we're going to be repeating for each odd numbered row, which will be to single crochet all the way across. It kind of solidifies all the twisting and manipulation that's done with the post stitches and the skipping stitches on the repeats of row 2, which will be each even numbered repeat. So let's repeat row 1 again, which is for row 3, chain 1, turn our work, and 1 single crochet in each stitch across. And you'll see what I mean, how the fabric kind of calms down and flattens out a little bit. And also keep in mind that once you wash and block your fabric, it will relax and flatten out a little bit more too. Also, if you find that that doesn't help, it's possible that you're crocheting tight and you might want to increase your crochet hook size for whichever yarn you're using. Okay, so now we're ready to, this is what your work should look like at the end of row 3. We're now ready to begin row 4, which is going to be a repeat of row 2. Starts with a chain 3 that counts as a double crochet, turn our work, 1 double crochet in the next single crochet, and now we're ready to begin that cable again. And where we find the double crochet is a lot easier to find going forward once we have this pattern established. We're always going to be working our post stitches into that double crochet we worked in between the post stitches on the previous even numbered row. So where is that? That's, see, there's post stitch, double, post stitch, post stitch. We'll always put the post stitches here, and we'll always put the double crochet in the stitch above there. So we're going to skip these first 2 stitches. We'll work that double crochet in that third one, but after we work 2 front post trebles in this stitch 2 rows below. Then pivot your work to find the 2 skip stitches. This is the next stitch. Work a double. Then come back down here to finish up 2 more post stitches, post stitch trebles in that double crochet 2 rows below. That's what it should look like. And then we'll pivot to the back to see our 2 skip stitches, and then find where the next stitch is and work 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. And this is our established pattern. This is what we're going to do on every even numbered row for the remainder of the project. And so our repeat is going to be 2 front post treble crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 front post treble crochet, and 1 double crochet into each of the next 3. We're going to repeat that all the way across, and on the last repeat, omit the last double crochet. I'll show you it one more time. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 4. Row 5 is also going to be a repeat of row 1. It's chain 1, turn your work, and single crochet in each stitch across. You want to repeat rows 1 and 2 for your desired length. And I do recommend ending on a row 1 or a single crochet row because it does really help the fabric to kind of relax and lie a little flatter than it does when you end on the cabling row. And I'll show you what I mean when I finish this row and turn around. How pretty is that? Isn't that gorgeous? So then you could even decide, how do you want these to be positioned? Do you want them to flare this way? Would you want this to be in this orientation, or do you like the stitch pattern this way? If you did this as a top-down project, your flares would come out this way, and if you do it as a bottom-up project, your flares will come out this way. This is another reason why I did the foundation double crochet for my first row. I feel like it gives a better relaxed look to the first row and mimics a row of stitches a lot better than if it started with a traditional chain. Traditional chain isn't nearly as stretchy as stitches, and you will have a difference in width when you do it that way. You can follow the link in the video description to download the stitch pattern for free and also to download the Swancho Poncho pattern. That's a paid pattern. It comes in multiple sizes with charts. But if you want just the stitch pattern to play around with, you can download that for free. All of the information is in the video description and on my website.